Chris and Mike show. It's
And
very
we're live.
entertaining. It's very entertaining, brother. Welcome, YouTubers and Twitchers.
Sweetheart.
Hey, boys and girls, welcome to the Chris and Mike show. I'm Chris, he's Mike, and this is Dave, the legendary Dave Nudo is joining us today live on Twitch and YouTube. So make sure you tune in now to catch this fantastic little episode. We got an hour to kill because he's got a commitment prior after this little show goes. But excited to have you here, Dave. I actually bought your album.
Thanks.
And then I bought your single. I bought your single, "The Lord or the Devil," man, because I like the title of the song.
Right.
And it didn't let me down, man. That
Nice.
was a fucking good song, brother. Love it.
glad you like it.
sound. I really like your sound a lot. That's right up my style as far as what I like to play lead around. Just that kind of vibe as far as the rhythm goes. And I like that Southern rock / country / rock, just
Right.
taking every style and throwing it in a melting pot. That's
kinda-
kind of where I feel you're going in that direction.
That's where I was aiming. Absolutely.
I dig it, man.
Thanks.
And from me,
Well,
thanks for coming on. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys too, both of you.
Yeah, I let Mike know last night you were coming on, so he wasn't going to be completely, caught off guard. They were having
Right.
a charting musician on, so that's cool, man. So what's on Dave's docket? Give our listeners a little, 30, 60 second soundbite of who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, where your show's at, all that kind of jazz, how they can find you, and then we'll just dive right in, man.
Yeah, right on. Well, so I just kind of signed a contract with a company called Vela Cheetah, and they a management company, and he's got a fleet of tour buses and all of the contacts in the world. So he can put me on pretty major tours, and we're looking forward to that. We're kind of trying to get some new music out and re-record some of the old stuff because it's tied up with some other publishing stuff, and we want to kind of be free of all that. And so there will be an album coming out again here like in the next year sometime, but right now we're just kind of releasing a few singles. And as soon as all that's in place, he's going to be putting us on radio and sending us out to all over the states, and we're looking forward to it.
We're
Where are you
talking
guys
about
based out of?
we're talking about Bruce, right?
Yeah, Bruce Gambino with Vela Cheetah.
Yeah. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Bruce. Thanks for sending us Dave, man.
Absolutely. Where are you guys based out of, Dave?
Boise, Idaho. Right now, the company,
wow.
I think they're Vela Cheetah is based out of Oklahoma. So we're gonna go.
Yeah, something like
sometime 2026. There's a big festival. We're gonna be able to go play there, and up until then, we're gonna be shooting around for like the hard rock cafe stages or that kind of stuff. Bigger concert houses and hopefully moving into arenas at some point. So we're looking forward to getting on big
make your
tours
way
with
to the Hard Rock in
Vegas.
If you make your way to the Hard Rock in Indiana, hit me up.
Yeah, cool. Right on.
We have a delay going on.
Ever so slightly, no big deal.
So if you end up going to the around Pontiac, Illinois area or somewhere in that, make sure you hit up Mike. I'll give him your number.
Okay.
If you end up coming to Arizona, make sure you hit me up. Because he and I'm Arizona, he's Illinois. But obviously, any musician we have on, we're like, if you come to town, hit us up because
right.
It's
we'll come see you for sure.
I mean, this is my we have a band or a musician on shirt. See, I got vinyl because
nice.
We got to go old school, right?
Excellent. I'm wearing Ned Ledoux,
man. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool
so
dude.
how long you been making music, man?
Oh, let's see, 25, 26 years, something like that. As far as from when I was learning how to play guitar and learning how to write songs and all that kind of stuff. And joining a band, and that was like right around the millennium change. Okay. So yeah, gosh, I guess that'd be
changed everything, man.
25 years. Holy hell.
25 years. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I'm getting old, man.
Yeah. We feel your pain, brother. We feel your pain.
Yeah, that was cool. It was pretty cool getting into that first band and being able to go out and play like the Millennium New Year's Eve show. That was pretty awesome. Everybody was still a little afraid of Y2K, you know, and the computers crashing. At midnight, the show was going to shut down because everything's going to fall off the face of the planet.
Right.
But we just kept on rocking, you know.
There you go. Now, is it just you doing solo stuff? Because I noticed on YouTube it's Dave Nudo, then Dave Nudo Band.
Right. Yeah. Well,
so you got two separate things.
Dave Nudo Band is what it started out with, and when I made my first record called County Line, and we didn't have a name.
That's the one I just bought.
Yeah, and thank you, by the way. We didn't have a name.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We didn't have a name for the
wife?
band.
Is that the wife? Is that the wife? Get the wife in the picture, man.
Okay, I'll get her in the picture when she comes back.
yeah, come on, man.
You know. So yeah, we didn't have a name when we went and recorded that album for the band. It was just me and my songs and a couple of friends that were helping me put the tracks down. And the producer was like, well, what's the name of the band? Because he wanted to save the first song that we recorded. And I'm like, I don't have a name for the band. And Herb, the guitar player, is like, Dave Nudo Band? I'm like, okay, that'll work. That way, you know, because I write all these songs all these years and join other bands with these songs, and I feel like I got to leave them on the shelf as soon as that band breaks up. And well, if I don't name some band name and take complete charge of where the direction goes, the band doesn't break up unless I just quit, you know, and I can keep moving forward with all of the momentum that I build over the years. So I thought that was a pretty good move, going from a band name kind of a thing to just, you know, my name. Yeah. So that's how that went about. Anyway, so we've been moving more towards just cutting off band and calling it Dave Nudo, you know, because it's not Luke Combs Band. It's not Chris Stapleton Band. It's the artist and the songwriter. And then they got their guys to back them up. And sometimes you know who they are and sometimes you don't. We've always been kind of pretty good about making sure everybody knows who's in the band. But once again, if the guitar player quits or the drummer changes or whatever, nothing gets disrupted this way. So, and I like it.
So you're the primary songwriter in the band?
Yeah. I co-write with a few people, but I haven't really co-written with anybody in the band. That might change in the future. We're working on some ideas and stuff like that, and there's always been a collaboration as far as how the show goes. But so to answer your original question, yeah, I do a lot of solo shows. It's a great way to get my face and my brand out there without having to try to afford all the guys and pay everybody and that kind of stuff. And I can pay my bills pretty good that way, doing solo shows in smaller venues and some bigger venues. I'll open for guys coming into town sometimes at like Knitting Factory or whatever. In fact, I opened up for Ned Ledoux there. Thank you. These guys wanted to say hi to you. They won't be able to hear you. Won't be able to hear them, but you can wave. This is my lovely bride. Her name is Celeste. That's Chris and Mike.
Hi, Celeste. Hi, Celeste. That was quick, man. She put me in and out.
Short and sweet. Well, she didn't have headphones.
Woo! My wife just comes in the house and then goes away. It's like
we get about the same amount of time.
Every now and then she'll come pop her head up right here, and that's about it. It's like, all right, thanks, babe.
In and out. Right on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she said. So,
you're welcome.
Yeah, Well, go ahead, Mike. I got a musician here. Fire away, man.
Fire away.
Well, that's the reason I wanted to know I wanted to know if you were the primary songwriter, because Chris and I would come at it from a completely different perspective. For 30 years, on and off, he's been my lyricist and I've been his musician. So,
Oh, cool.
We count on each other because he doesn't play an instrument and I don't write lyrics.
Oh, right.
A lot of people would find it fascinating that I don't have a lot to say, but right. I've never been able to put it into format. So what would you describe your process as far as sitting down and writing a song? Do you have a process, or does it change for each individual song? Do you write the music first sometimes, the lyric first sometimes, or how do you go about it?
Yeah, it varies with the song. A lot of times, this is the way it goes. I'll be sitting there with this idea in my head. I'll hear a phrase, right, and there'll be a melody with it. And if there ain't one, I'll have one in moments, and then just kind of go from there. Sometimes I start with a really great chorus idea. I've got this whole piece that I would consider a chorus of a song, and then now I got to figure out how not to mess that thing up with a bunch of too wordy of verses and that kind of stuff. So
I say the same thing. How do we not wreck this?
That's exactly right. Yeah. So, and then the other way, a lot of times I'll just sit down with some idea come to my mind and I write it down, and then, or use my phone anymore, but get that line down and then just, well, what's the next line? And it starts at the beginning and I write it to the end of the song. And then I've got a melody in my mind, probably with everything on there. And then I got to figure out, what chords on the guitar to play with it so I can sing it and accompany myself and give the guys a demo and that sort of thing. Other times I got this cool little thing I'm strumming along, and a line pops into my head while I'm doing that, and so I move forward that way. It really does vary, but mostly I'd say just coming up with words that I wanted to elaborate on.
I guess that was my question. I didn't formulate the question very good. Would you consider yourself a lyricist first or a musician first?
Probably a lyricist, I'd say. I mean, that also
Chris
depends.
I think he would tell you. I think he would tell you that we have the similar approach in that he brings me a melody sometimes, and there's other times I will be playing something that inspires him to either think of something he wrote before or write something new. So I guess I was hearing that you consider yourself a lyricist first. That was my initial question.
I would say first I'm a lyricist, but I'm also a musician, and I've sat in my little dinky studio and created all, the whole song. I of course have to use a drum machine. I am not a drummer. I can do this, but if I have my feet into it, it's gone.
Me either.
But I can hold a beat for about 20 seconds before it all goes sideways. I suppose if
we all have that in common, I think.
Yeah, right. Good. I'm in good company.
See, Mike and I have the unique I don't know if it's ability, but I can write a set of lyrics. Like I wrote one of the last songs and I use my phone too now. That's the beautiful thing about notes on an Apple phone.
Until your phone fries.
And you can just send it. Right, exactly. So I can send him a song of just the lyrics, and he can tell right away what I was thinking from an emotional standpoint. If it needs to be hard, driven, angry, or if it's if it's, I don't really write happy. Hey. I write about life and shit. So
right,
there are happy things in life, but that's the cool thing about our relationship is I can just give him a song, and I come back the next day after one practice. Here, check this out, and come back the next day, and he's well, check out this riff, and I'm like, holy shit, that matches it perfectly. So it's that kind of a cool thing that's like both our left brains just merge into one.
Right.
And it just works.
Not to interrupt you, but the crazy thing about that, Dave, is I never considered that a gift until he put it into words. It's like, how many people can just look at a sheet of paper and then say, okay, this is what I think he's feeling musically, right? This is the message he wants to convey. I guess it is a pretty fascinating gift because he could have been thinking, hey, I wanted that to be like a melodic, beautiful, romantic, however you want to describe it in words.
Right.
And you turned it into a hellscape.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a hell of a gift, really. I mean, and just being able to read words and figure out what kind of a mood sometimes you can get it because of the way that the words are formed. I mean, you're talking about sad shit.
Sure.
It's a sad song. So, but being able to convey that musically is really where the gift is, in my opinion. And I'm not even sure I've got that gift. Sometimes I get it right, but you know, guys like you, that's a really impressive deal.
The song I heard from you, you definitely know how to convey emotion, because I was feeling everything you were trying to get across, just even on that little speaker through a microphone through my headphones.
Yeah.
Right.
I get it, man. And that's
Cool.
that's a gift. So if you want to know if you're being successful in that department, I would say resoundingly yes.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, some of those tracks were done by other people, so I may not have had my hands in making the real mood of the music come alive with the lyrics. You know what I mean?
But you still wrote this song, which is right here, and you still you still perform it.
Oh yeah.
You know? There you go, man. Fucking
Nice.
A, brother.
The Lord or the devil.
I'm telling you, dude. This is the first. This is the first one. This is the first one I downloaded from you, man. I dig it.
Everybody's looking for something good or something bad, even though they shouldn't. A little bit of heaven right here on earth, a little hell if that's what works. Some saved on the dance floor. You can look in your Sunday hymns. I find it on the back roads. Call my old man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right? Lyrically, dude, that's badass, man.
Thank you. Yeah, that whole song idea came to me at like 3 in the morning one night when I was up still. Probably should have been in bed. But that was a great...
Yep.
The idea behind that song was everybody's got... They're following something. You know, you're either reading a magazine or following little memes on Facebook, learning how to live your life based off of what other people kind of push your direction off TV commercials and that shit. Everybody needs some kind of pill to make them skinnier, to make them, you know, eat some kind of whatever to bulk up, you know, or mental health and all that stuff. So everybody needs some pill to swallow, right? And some path to follow. And so I decided it was kind of it's more of a concept song than anything, but yeah, that kind of made a lot of sense. So I tried to not mess up that chorus with any crappy verses.
No, it's like, dude, I probably listened to it 5 or 6 times before Mike came on, and it was in the middle of it when Mike came on, because that's the thing with me. Like, because I'm a vocalist and a lyricist first and foremost. The first thing I attach myself to, I look at the song name, right? So I was looking at all your singles. I'm like, I wonder which one is going to kind of catch me, because our conversation yesterday, I was like, okay, I'm excited to pull up some music from him, and just the name of the song is what drew me to it.
It went up me too.
Right.
I picked that one right away too.
Yeah. So then when I listened, I was happy when I listened to it, because you never know. I mean, there's, and you can probably, I mean, Mike and I can agree. We're all musicians, so we agree to this. You can put 12 songs out, right? And you all think they're badass, but in the real world, you're going to have maybe 4 or 5 that stand out if you're lucky.
Right.
Because you have to break through all the barriers with the people, which is why so many artists now are just singles after singles after singles, because you're trying to get that niche, and then get your 1 million views to make your $10,000. Woo,
right.
But so my first thing, how you open my door in my brain is the song title and then the lyrics. So as soon as, like I said, I saw the song title, I listened to it, and I was like, fuck, that's good, man. So I listened to it again and again and again, and it's cool. It's got a catch, it's got a hook. It's not super heavy, but it's not super country twangy,
Right.
So I dug it, man. It's kind of like we talked about yesterday. It's kind of the middle of the road. You can kind of, I could hear that played on a multiple of different stations because of how you created it and produced it. It's not just stuck in a box.
How perfectly would that song fit in a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so.
Just a scene where a guy's like blazing down a desert highway or something. Running away from whatever he's running. I mean, I can see it in my head. And here's what I'm listening to when I hear something for the first time. Chris is listening to the lyrics, the phrasing, your melody. I'm listening to, did you choose the right tempo? How does the chord structure fit with the message you're trying to get across? That opening, Dave, is out. I got goosebumps thinking about the way that song started. You couldn't have picked a more perfect opening to start to convey that message, in my opinion. Those are the things I'm listening for. Where did you record that at? They deserve some kudos too.
Yeah, those guys
sounds amazing.
So I was hooked up with a producer. His name was Chaz Childers. He's since passed. But Eminent Music Group, and it was an independent label, and he had access to, you know, Nashville's and it was a requirement to use, if you're going to put music out through them, the session players from, you know, union session players. So, and I'm not sure about the politics behind that, but what I do know is you come back and they've got excellent tracks, and they're really good about doing the things that we're just talking about. And so anything that says Dave Nudo as the artist was done that way. Anything that was done as Dave Nudo Band was with me and my friends that I know locally. So, but anyway, yeah. So those guys, they have got it down on lock. You can walk into a room. I walked into a room with a guy named John Connolly, Bobby Terry, Mike Rojas, and Dave Francis, and Kenny Royster at the helm, the producer. And I'm drawing a blank on the drummer's name, but I showed them my little demo with my little acoustic guitar and some 3-part harmony, multi-tracked, you know, all done by me. And it's this boring little version of a song. And in 5 minutes, we're done listening to my version, done talking about the direction of the song, and we're in isolation booths. And in 10 minutes after that, the meat and potatoes of the song is done with the intro. You know, all that we have left is some like extra keyboard parts or extra guitar lick, you know, solos and that kind of stuff. And then I would go back and do the vocals. But in 10 minutes, those guys had the meat and potatoes done. And in 1 hour, this song is complete. All that's left is me to do my vocals on it. And for the guy to, you know, produce the song and mix it and master it and all that stuff. It's incredible. It was like, why haven't we been doing it like this all the time instead of spending all day working on one guitar track, you know? Incredible.
Well, you recorded in Nashville as well, Chris. Did you have the same kind of experience?
We didn't have when we do our Nashville recording, we didn't have studio musicians. We had our own stuff.
Well, I'm just talking like the studio experience.
The studio is
professionalism.
The first one we did, we were at Dolly Parton Studio Gravity, and that was cool because there's a hallway between the sound booth and then where the band plays, records live, and then the vocal booth. So as you're walking down that hallway, the wall is filled both sides with artists who've been there and signed it and dated it. So I obviously did that.
Cool.
Dolly Parton was in the building. We heard her. We didn't actually go see her or anything, but that was kind of cool. The second one and the cool story about that is Tony Migliore was the producer, and he plays piano on Bye Bye Miss American Pie. But we went in, the band set up everything. They started, he said, okay, we're going to record just to kind of get some levels and stuff. Well, 12 hours later, we laid out 4 songs. And by the beginning of the 4th song, we only had a break for lunch, was like an hour. So the beginning of the 4th song, he's like, all right, once you wrap this up, we're done with these 4 songs. And we're all kind of like, what? And he's like, I've been recording this whole thing. So he recorded those 4 songs completely live. So I sang legitimately, 12 hours for the most part that day, which was just insanity. I mean, I was in vocal shape to do it, but we didn't go in. That was the cool thing about him. We didn't go in thinking we're going to bust out 4 songs today. It really was just kind of a weird little dynamic because we'd never been in Nashville. We'd never been in that kind of studio. This was the last band I was in. So it was unique in that effect. And the second one we were at was in Brentwood, Tennessee with it was, I want to say George Strait and Alan Jackson's studio or something to that effect. I forget the Chelsea Music Group was in Brentwood, Tennessee. So that was kind of cool. We had really good interaction with the engineers, sound engineers and stuff. They were skipping. Stacy, I think her name was. Super nice couple. They had me write a couple different lyrics, and they recorded them, trying to sell them out.
Cool.
To other people and other bands and stuff. You know,
Right.
nothing ever came of it, but it's still cool to have the opportunity. So it is
Absolutely.
kind of cool to kind of walk into this really, you know, intrinsic. I know that's not the right word, but this really, I don't know, the vibe is there, and it's and everybody that's, especially Dolly Studio, right? Everybody that walked through that studio, and everybody that recorded there, and you can just kind of feel that aura, and it's just.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, it's, you know what I mean? It's kind of dark lit, but it's light enough, but it's dark enough, and it has an atmosphere. And I'm at the end in my vocal booth, and the band's there, and then Tony's all the way down to the hallway. But it just blended. It was kind of cool. It's like, even though you were separated by glass, you still had the energy and vibe that you needed, you know, to feed off each other to create the tracks and stuff. And even though, and there's a funny story, we have a song called "Empty Man" that they kept fucking up this part. I hold out a high note for a period of time, and every time they went to that transition, somebody would fuck it up. The guitars fuck it up, whatever. And so I burned the microphone at the beginning of the next take. I'm like, stop fucking around and get it right, man. that made it through the entire editing process, like the whole way.
All right.
So we're doing a radio interview, and we're talking, and the guy's like, okay, what do you have for us today? Well, we're gonna play Empty Man. This is what it's about. And they hit the button, man, and there's a little bit of silence, and all you hear, dead silence in the studio. Stop fucking around and get it right, man. And I laugh, and everybody, all the radio person are like, what? But by the time they wuttered it, the music started, so they couldn't stop it.
No.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and I totally forgot that was there. I forgot to say, hey, buffer the first 10 seconds because I dropped the F-bomb.
Right.
You know?
Well, something you just said, Chris, I've built 2 recording studios, Dave, and I butted heads with one of the guys that I was working with because he was very analytical, right? He understood that you had to have the right gear, the right cabling, blah, 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 right? Everything hardware-wise and software-wise had to be just so, but he didn't understand that you had to create a vibe, right? You can't ask a bunch of musicians to come in an office complex with fluorescent lighting and feel inspired.
No.
How important is it when you go in a studio to feel comfortable and create? What does it take for you to feel creative?
Well, certainly not fluorescent lighting. I can tell you that right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like a nice, kind of a dim sort of, you know, I don't know, that warm lighting.
Yeah. Moody. It's got to be. And see, Chelsea didn't have that. Chelsea was straight up, like Mike just said. Chelsea was like in an office complex. You go into you go around to the back, and you go in, and it's legit. It was just an office complex built out like a studio, the recording studio. So it didn't have the same vibe as Gravity, which again is Dolly Parton's spot. It totally didn't have the same vibe as that.
I surely don't
Like
want
even
concrete
right now.
floors. No concrete floors.
No,
I want to see some throw rugs all over. Maybe some tapestries on the wall. Dim lighting, nothing bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
especially if you spent the night before drinking.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a vibe. It's got to be there.
Yeah, it's got to have a vibe, man.
Yep.
That just caught my ear when you said that about the first studio you were in, that it had a good vibe to it. Dave said the same thing about the studio he was in. You know, the feel was right. And now you can hear what that does in the song that we heard from you, in that you were able to not only get your emotion and your message across, the sound is just outstanding.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted you to give kudos to the studio, because they can also wreck an excellent song. You wrote a great song. They could have ruined it by making it sound thin or whatever, you know, just the sound could have ruined the brilliance of the song.
Yeah, it has a very fat sound for sure. You fill the space. Like you're not wanting for anything in that track at all. And I haven't listened to the rest of your stuff yet. I will, but that's the first one that I did, and it just it caught me. You know? So but I have your County Line one. I haven't unboxed that yet, if you will. You know, but I'm gonna, Dave, and I'll report back, man.
All right. Yeah, County Line was recorded around in a town called Emmett, Idaho. So it's the production's not the same, you know, but I thought it was pretty good for what we had at the time, and I was proud of it at the time. I didn't look at it, and I mean, some of those songs are songs that I probably will never play live, but some of them are, and I always kind of felt weird about going to Nashville and playing with these session players,
Yeah.
But the guys that recorded on say this song called So Far So Good, Live in It, which I'm pretty proud of
Okay.
that song, Live in It, and Lean Into Me does all right for me too. I like that one. Those three songs, the guys that recorded on there have recorded on Luke Combs albums and a bunch of other top names, you know, and the
Right
lead
on.
guitar player was the touring guitar player for Kenny Chesney at the time, at least. I'm not sure what he's doing these days, but so they go off tour and come in and do all that work right there like that. I kind of felt a little cheesy about that, not bringing my own band, but I had an opportunity to open up for a guy named Colt Ford. I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he's
oh yeah, I know Colt Ford. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
He's
I was
a little redneck, man.
Oh hell yeah. So I was talking with his touring guitarist and telling him what I had just gone and done in Nashville, and he says, "Oh yeah, man." I asked, "Did you are you a session player?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I even played on one of Colt Ford's songs," and I'm like, "So you don't go into the studio with your band?" None of them do, and
yeah,
I felt a lot better about that at that point. So yeah, they're all mix and match, and whoever gets on what album depends on who's available that day, I guess.
I used to kind of feel weird about that too. Like I never wanted anybody to have any kind of outside influence on what I was doing, unless they were in the band, right? You know, I respect Chris, I respected Scott, Rick. Those are the only opinions I wanted.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what we need to do is get Chris's message across to the audience, right? In a musical format. Otherwise, he's reading poetry.
Right.
He wants a song.
Yep.
So the idea is to get Dave and Chris's lyrics idea across in a musical format. It doesn't matter how that happens.
Absolutely.
Nope.
Yeah,
because we're all still involved.
There's two of the Colt Ford albums on my playlist.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah.
He's on mine as well.
Yeah.
He's chicken and biscuits, man.
Yeah, I mean, you could go at it from a purist perspective. I did when I was a young guy. I'm not letting,
when we're young.
I want creative control over everything. We're gonna sing the words we want to sing, and we're gonna play them the guitars the way we want to play them. And it's like, well, there's a reason that those guys are like top 200 and higher on the country Billboard charts, right? It's not because they're purists. It's because there's a way to do things, and they know how to do it, and they do a damn fine job at it. So here we are.
They understand who their audience is and what they want to hear. That's what you
absolutely
have
to do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And for those of you watching and are gonna eventually listen, DaveNudoBand.com is his page. I have it up here. Has all kinds of stuff, home music, contact us about. There's Dave and the boys. You know, that's
a great picture.
That's fucking Dave.
It's a cool picture.
Oh, it is a great picture, man.
Photo. Look up Tim Schmidt photo.
Shout out to Tim Schmidt.
Okay.
Tim Schmidt. SCHMIDT.
IDT. Okay.
He's one of my best friends from high school, but we're still in
That's a
close
great
contact
there too.
Yeah,
that guy does so good.
Picture.
He created that. I'm just sitting there pointing at a camera. The whole I don't look like that. Just you know, that's all I'm doing. Yeah. And he makes it.
You do right.
Yeah. And you got a show. You got a show coming up Saturday, September 27th, in Astoria, Oregon.
Yep.
And
that's my old stomping grounds over there too.
Okay, cool.
Kind of where I grew up.
Dinner and concert with Dave. Nice. There's some action shot. Is this from your buddy Tim, or is this just somebody else on the road taking pics?
Those are just kind of pictures taken from probably a cell phone.
You got the look, Dave.
Yeah, your look is outstanding.
You have the look. You straight up, dude. You got the look for what. But think about it. So many artists you
missed that part too. That's a huge point, Chris.
Yeah, when you hear somebody singing, right? And then you radio, Sirius, whatever, and then all of a sudden you go home and you Google the name, and it's like, oh, really?
Oh,
you have the look to back the sound, man.
Oh, right on. Well, thank you. I mean, I would say nobody. That was on purpose.
Well, no, but
it has
it's gotta be. Yeah.
I always say nobody wants to go to a concert and see their dad up there playing music, right? You don't want to see a guy in a buttoned-up shirt
or their teacher or something. Yeah. I never show up at a gig as if I just got off work and came over, you know.
Right.
I thought that was a pretty valuable lesson.
Visual representation as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're gonna be larger than life, you got to be larger than life.
Yeah, you do. You got to own it, man. You got to have the presence.
When I go to the grocery store, this is what I look like. When I go set up my gear, this is what I look like. I call this guy Dave's roadie. So, and then I'll go change my hat and put on my glasses and, oh shit, Dave Nudo's here. All right. Yep.
No, it works though. You gotta have like Mike was big when he put together the band that we were in. The looks were important because back then it was the early 90s, so it's all about the look. And you have like he had long hair, Scott had long hair. I ironically was in a play, my bald cap ripped, so I shaved my head, showed up to one day to practice my head shaved. Unbeknownst to my ignorance of me, I was wearing red and black flannel shirts with Doc Martens and a completely shaved head.
In like 1994.
And
nice.
you know, living with a black dude as my roommate who was all into Louis Farrakhan and shit. So imagine us walking down the street, Dave.
Yeah.
but so
it was great.
And then we got typecast for one of our shows. They put us with a skinhead kind of thing.
Oh, really?
And we were the furthest thing from that, but you know, we were accepted because of the way I looked, you know, and because I owned the stage, I had the presence, I knew how to work the crowd and shit, which we won't go into the story because we told 1,000 of times, but you know, I filled a void for a singer they had that just wouldn't perform on stage in front of a crowd.
And that's another thing. You can't just stand still while you sing your songs anymore.
No.
I mean, you can sometimes. No. You can get away with it a little
George
bit.
Strait can get George Strait can get away with it. Alan Jackson can get away with it, but you know, Dave Mustaine gets away with it. But I lose interest if you just. I just
one hand in a pocket, one hand on the mic.
Yeah, I'm like, you're feeling it, so show the world you feel it. You know, it's but to each his own though. But that's you know. But I agree with you. If for me, if the singer's not entertaining, I'm not going past him to the band.
Right.
Chris literally would not take no for an answer from any crowd that ever stood in front of him.
No.
Me either. Like if he asked them a question and he got crickets, he was like, I'm not going to quit asking this question until I get some kind of response. And not in those words, but he had a very good way of just asking that same question until people were like, oh, he wants us to participate.
Yeah. Right.
I used to give away pitchers of beer. Nice. I used to give away pitchers of beer, Dave. So I'd ask people, the first time I ever did, I was like, who wants a free pitcher of beer? Crickets. And I was like, I don't think you heard me. The loudest motherfucker who raises their hand when I say, who wants a free pitcher of beer? You get a pitcher of beer. I already paid for it. 1, 2, 3. Who wants a free pitcher of beer? And then everybody's like, wow. So it got to the point where I just had to like, okay, right there. And then
just pick one.
Right. So I think I did that 6 or 7 times at that venue. And then they finally killed me. It's like, dude, you can't do that. Like, you don't have an all 21 show. You have to stop that. I'm like, really?
Oh, I'm going to remember
so
that.
So, but it's a cool little bit because who doesn't want a free beer?
Right.
We found a workaround. Then you just had Nikki go by.
Yeah. My wife just ended up buying the beer and made sure they were 21, but it still was, I was amazed the first time, Dave. You asked the question. It's just like, it's okay.
Yeah. The funniest night, and I just thought of this the other day because I was thinking of you doing that, giving away T-shirts and bumper stickers and beers. And remember the night we were playing with Sacred Reich and you're like, who's here to see Sacred Reich? And nobody said anything. And you were Chris said, you all know that the guy running sound plays rhythm guitar in the band you came to see, right? So then he got kind of a half lukewarm response the second time, and he says, Jason, feel free to kick all their asses.
Yep.
Because literally their rhythm guitar player was our sound man. So he was right there.
Right on. Well, I know this. Whenever I get whenever I get a mediocre response when I'm on a microphone and I'd say like something like, how we all doing tonight or whatever, just trying to get a little rise out of the crowd. And a little soft kind of like, woo, I'm like, oh, right. So what I figured out is if you say it again with a little bit more conviction, a little louder, people start realizing that, oh, he was talking to us. So then you get the big cheer from the crowd. That's the bitch about playing in bars and stuff like that. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to do bigger things than that. But I love playing in the bars too. It's a lot of fun as long as everybody knows what they're there for.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and when they
It's
know
kind
that,
of like,
that you're there to really perform for them, it's a different thing than just some band in the background making noise while we're over here visiting with our friends or whatever, you know. So, and
right.
I have a couple of songs
Yeah.
like So Far So Good that I wrote. The reason I wrote it, called it So Far So Good, is because everybody knows that phrase, and so my job is to get everybody to say it at the shows, and I
Yeah.
do. And
Oh, right on.
sometimes it
Cool.
takes a couple of tries to get everybody on board,
Yeah.
but I always get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. And then there's nothing better than that, man, having the crowd sing back to you what you're telling them to sing.
Hell yeah.
That
Absolutely.
That to me is the greatest moment of every time I was ever on stage, if I got the crowd to sing something back to me.
Yep.
Right.
Like that was my when I decided I wanted to get into the music world, that was my thing. I wanted to be standing, in front of a venue like Madison Square Garden and just kind of step back and have people sing back to me. Never happened,
Right.
but it's still. But we approached every show like this is it. This is the last time we're playing. So there was never. There was never that, oh shit, we're playing this song for the 1,000th time or the 5,000th time. It wasn't like that with us.
Oh.
Like our whole purpose once we got on the stage was like, we're going to win this crowd over because they're a new crowd. We had the ability to open up for everybody from Marshall Tucker Band to Sacred Reich to,
Tony McAlpine, Pat Travers.
Right.
Awesome.
Just
LA Guns.
Cool.
Yeah.
Seven
No,
Dust.
right on.
Yeah. I mean, just because
Excellent.
that song you heard for the show that we started, that's one of our songs called Free Man.
Oh, okay. Right on.
And we wrote that 30 years ago, and it's still
no
it
kidding.
can still be played today. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
That's the cool thing about music, man. It's just it
timeless.
stands the test of time, and it's a common thread. Like,
Yep.
we don't know you from Adam, and we've had a conversation for 50 minutes all about music, and it's like we're brothers.
Oh, absolutely.
That's been the beauty of music my whole life, man. Once you find out you have that common ground, like Chris just said, instantly we were all three on the same page. We just met you, less than an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's because you've been doing music for 25 years. Him and I have been doing it for 30 plus years. When you have that kind of dedication put into anything, you really have respect for anyone that does anything at that level, not just music, any kind of art, construction, whatever is your, what I like to call skill set.
Yeah, right.
When you put that 10,000 hours into it and then you become a master, you have appreciation for anybody that can do that.
Yep.
It's
Absolutely. Yeah.
Unspoken respect immediately.
Absolutely.
The guy that taught me to play gave me that lesson that he just talked about. Probably maybe in the first year I was taking lessons. When I first started to be able to play a song, he's like, every time you pick up your guitar, play like it's the last time you're ever going to play, because eventually it will be. Right.
Right.
So what he meant was, don't put a half-hearted effort into it ever. Whether you're practicing or whether you're standing in front of 60,000 people, you play the same way every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I'm feeling like I'm not playing well, it's always because I'm not putting enough effort into it,
Right. Yeah, I kind of approach the singing too that way. Like, I'm not going to half-ass it at a show. I'm going to put all I've got into it every time. And it doesn't matter if there was 5 people or 4,000 people.
Right.
They all get the So Far So Good treatment. That was awesome.
I learned that from watching the documentary on Mother Love Bone, because Andrew Wood,
right.
Just bummer that the dude's dead, but
absolutely. Yeah.
That Andrew Wood to me epitomized a lead singer and one of the many singers that I kind of like, oh,
agreed.
But he approached every single show, whether, like you said, whether it was 5 people or 5,000, he's in an arena. I'm in front of 5,000 people, whatever. And his mindset was, I'm playing in front of a sold out crowd at the biggest venue possible. And I'm making sure everybody in this venue hears me and he gets the same experience. Kind of like you and I were talking yesterday, how Garth Brooks approached things in his heyday, right? When he'd go up to the top of the stadium and look down at the crowd, he's like, I got to figure out how this person up here can feel me all the way down there.
Yep.
Right.
That's a unique skill set for a singer to be able to do that. But you have to be able to do that to get people into what you're doing, because that equates to the sales and the success and the merchandise and all the things that come along with it. But I mean, and so it's not an easy thing to do, because there's lots of bands out there we talked about that just will stand there and sing. There's no, you're not engaged, you're not excited. It's like, yeah, come on, man, come on. And one hit wonders on 12-track albums. It's like, what the fuck? We got like 10 minutes. We got like 10 minutes left, so I'm going to share some of your stuff here, and you feel free to kind of chat over everything.
Okay.
So this is Dave. This is Dave's YouTube page. It's Dave Nudo. I just went into YouTube, Dave Nudo. So this is one of his YouTube pages. He also has his band page, DaveNudo.com, which we were on earlier. Tim Schmidt Photography, so check him out. Way to go, Tim. Nice job.
Absolutely.
High school buddy of Dave. There's upcoming shows. You can get tickets. You can set reminders. There's a tip jar. Pay the man. Everything helps. There is a link that you can click to follow. When you click that follow link, it takes you to what was it? Bands. I did it a minute ago.
Was it Van Zoogle?
There it is. Yeah, just Dave. What? Yeah. No, I don't want that. Oh, Bands in Town. Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
So you click on that, and you can click on that and be notified when Dave comes to town. Here's one of his Facebook's pages, the Dave Nudo Band. So you can get all his updates and information there. You can see all the photos. This is us promoting him coming on the show because he's a badass. So
thank you.
all the stuff going on there. Then you have his other page, just Dave Nudo, which you're going to kind of get the same. This is the first one I saw. I'm like, yes.
We're still seeing the YouTube page, by the way.
Oh, dang it. Hold on. Doggone it. Okay, hold on. I want to share, man. Let's go. Stupid thing. I thought I would share the pages with me as I was moving.
No,
okay,
you got to do it each individual tab.
So this is Dave's actual Facebook page, just Dave Nudo. Okay.
There we go.
And then there's a photo by Tim Schmidt.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Picture.
That was cool.
Okay.
This is all his concept too. I mean, I don't really read Louis Lamar books, and I don't smoke cigars. I mean, I'll drink the whiskey, but
don't tell people that, Dave.
He's the artist on
Tim,
that picture.
Yeah.
Tim's going, don't give away all my secrets, man.
Don't give away the secrets. Don't give away the secrets. So here's the band. Here's the band page, since I messed that up a minute ago. Dave Nudo Band. So both Facebook, Dave Nudo Band, or Dave Nudo itself. You're gonna get all the updates, all the information. That takes you to his website, DaveNudo.com or DaveNudoBand.com. Sorry about that.
I love that picture that you guys shared for the promo for our show too.
Yeah.
Where's that taken at? That's an excellent picture.
Oh yeah, we played at the Treefort Music Hall last year and sold the tickets for all of that down here in Boise, and boy, that stage is killer. I mean, look at those lights.
Isn't
Those
it?
are amazing.
Yeah.
That looks
Beautiful,
great.
man.
And there's other ones from that are totally different color scheme that just look phenomenal. So whoever's running the lights down there at Treefort Music Hall got it on lock.
Kudos.
We had some really cool pictures
Treefort.
come out of that. Yeah, that's a cool venue.
Right on. Yeah. So I kind of just told everybody where to find you. We got about 5 minutes left. Anything else you want to say before we wrap this up and you get on with your day?
Check out Vela Cheetah. It looks like the Vela. How do you spell that? BEL.
It looks like velocity. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's not really pronounced the way it's said. So, what's the last four letters on it? CITA. Yeah. Vela Cheetah with Bruce Gambino and Russ Allen is his partner, and Russ Allen is the dude that kind of founded Symphony X, and he started Adrenaline Mob. And boy, that guy, I didn't realize who I was dealing with when I heard the name Russ Allen. That guy's got one of the most killer singing voices on the face of the planet, and apparently quite a hell of a work ethic. So I'm in good hands with these guys, and Bruce Gambino and Vela Cheetah. I'm looking forward to all the things that are coming up real soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Bruce is good people, man. I sent him a Facebook message, dude. That's how I found him. And it took him a while. I'm going to share this. It took him a while to get back to me because obviously he's busy, but same thing. The common thread of music. I consider him a friend because we've had conversations that last an hour or more, and it's all talking about music and musicians.
Yeah,
that's his LinkedIn page.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
right on.
I wanted.
Nice. Yeah, he's a hell of a nice guy, and like you said, you can get in a conversation for quite a while with that guy. He's about as friendly as they get. Also, he's a hardworking dude, and he's got a lot of ambition, and I feel like I'm in good hands with that whole group of dudes. And I can't wait to see what comes in 2026. So we're supposed to be going on, tours with much bigger names than mine, and I'm just happy as hell to be doing that.
Yeah,
and,
So here's
there it is.
Here's
Vela Cheetah.
There's their Facebook page. Vela Cheetah.
Yeah.
Vela Cheetah. I don't like
Vela Cheetah.
So he kind of looks like, you and him walking down a dark alley, man. I'm fucking running away. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's.
Or I'm standing behind you.
Right.
Yeah, right. I tell you, I'm not gonna ever mess with that guy.
Yeah. So that's his Facebook page. But yeah, he's a super nice guy and fucking way cool.
Yeah, thanks again, Bruce, for hooking us up with Dave and the future guests we have coming up. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Truly appreciate it.
And
cool dude.
And Dave, you're more than welcome anytime to come back on, especially once you get, mid next year, if you want to come back on, give us an update, what you're doing, where you're going, things like that. Cause
absolutely,
again, we're all about connecting with musicians and helping you guys get your sound out there and stuff. And,
I'm all about getting on good conversations with new dudes. So thank you guys for having me on here.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
It was a pleasure, man. Super nice to meet you, man.
Yeah,
same.
And go to Apple, or go to all your downloading music things, and go get County Line, and go get the Lord or the Devil. Was that what's called?
Yeah.
I just brain farted it.
The Lord or the Devil.
Songs.
Yeah.
Go buy the Lord or the. If you do nothing else today, go buy the Lord or the Devil.
I'm doing it as soon as we get off here,
download.
Dave.
I guarantee you're gonna love that song if you like music and you like the Southern Rocky country flair thing.
Try a song called Lonesome too. There's a song, I know Lonesome's not a very catchy name, but I think that track is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Will do.
Yep.
Right on, man.
Kind of the same guys doing the music there. So anyway, what a pleasure. Thank you guys.
Yeah, you as well, Dave. We appreciate your time, man. We wrap up every show like this. If you're feeling down, depressed, suicidal, don't do it. Go find somebody, go talk to somebody, go scream in a pillow, go journal, go work out, go run, do something. Tomorrow's going to be a better day with you in it. You don't want to leave a hole in somebody else's heart because you decided to make a decision that you can never come back from. So remember, somebody loves you. If you're having struggles and you can't find somebody to talk to, text 988. There's someone there standing by to help you through whatever struggles you're doing. With that being said, I'm Chris. He's Mike. That's Dave Nudo. DaveNudoBand.com. Go check him out. Go buy all his stuff. Tip him in his website. Go check him out live. He's got all kinds of shit coming up. Vela Cheetah, right? Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Vela Cheetah Market Agency is the man behind him right now. And Bruce Gambino, shout out, man. Thank you for hooking us up.
Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah.
Until next episode, we'll see you later. Love you, brother.
Hey,
love you too, man.
Peace out.
Right. Peace, Dave.
Dave, peace, man. Don't leave yet, Dave. We got to make sure.
your phone.